Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. A 26-year-old Glenwood Springs man is in jail for threatening Summit School District officials on Instagram. Charles John was arrested near Snowmass on charges of felony menacing and more. He is now held on $100,000 bond and due in court tomorrow. Extra police were sent to schools today for safety. John was commenting on a post by Explore Summit managed by the Summit Daily. His comments have since been removed. Other comments on the same post are critical of the district, but not violent. One says, Summit schools have some pretty twisted views. Another says, Department of Education is a total failure. Still others support the district, writing, "Thank you, Summit County, for teaching our kids inclusion over hate." The Uptown 240 in Dillon is 1 month away from foreclosure.
The sale is Friday, February 24th at 10 a.m.
That was town manager Nathan Johnson. Several developers are interested, but there is a wrinkle.
Clearly, they had to go through a process, a cure period. I think there's still a cure period, and potentially the Autoborgos, the Uptown 240 LLC that currently own the property could still potentially cure this.
Another developer from Detroit wants the Uptown if no one else does.
They are interested in just taking the project over and completing it as it was approved.
We have tried multiple times over recent weeks to reach the current developer with no response. Could this be the end of the post-pandemic boom times? Tax revenues in Breckenridge fell 4 of 11 months last year. They were down just 1 month in Frisco, but it is hardly a crash. Compared to 2019, revenues in both towns are way up, as much as 66% in Breck. Some industries, though, did struggle all year. Breck pot shops were down 17 months straight. Even short-term rentals were down every month since May in Breck, every month since July in Frisco. This week on the State of Summit, when is public comment not open to anything? This question came up yesterday at a Summit County short-term rental meeting, where residents assumed they would have the chance to speak. That was not the case. Commissioners Josh Blanchard and Tamara Pogue.
If you've got public comment that you'd like to make, again, items not pertaining to the agenda, we will...
So just to be clear for everybody, These are items that is in no way related to short-term rental.
This is standard procedure at public meetings. Public comment is almost always for topics not on the agenda, unless it is second reading of an ordinance when comment is part of the agenda. The county will hear public comment at a special STR meeting February 15th at 9:30 a.m. Tune in again next week for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. 25-ton blocks of snow are taking shape in downtown Breck on day of 3 of the International Snow Sculpture Championships.
Right now is the toughest part, just finding where everything's at and getting it roughed out, and then we can go in and get the details done.
That was Neil Vaught, captain for Team Wisconsin Snowblind. This is its concept.
It's a figure of a tree playing a guitar. Branches are his hands.
This is the inspiration.
When a tree falls in the woods, does anybody hear it?
Yeah, this is what we think we should hear.
Tomorrow, Thursday, is the final day of sculpting. Some teams will pull all-nighters, getting ready for judging on Friday. In sports, the Nuggets play the Bucks tonight at 6. It's confirmed. Sundown Chair is open at Vail. The new 4-pack out of the back bowls started spinning this morning, a few days later than announced, a few weeks later than expected. And in local sports, Summit High Wrestling has a home meet today, beginning at 5. Here's what junior Ronan Marstall is doing right now.
I like to just really envision myself doing my moves and, what I'm going to get out there and do.
In other preps, girls swimming and diving is down in Gunnison. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery.